Hey guys, this is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at Nvidia stocks options analysis going into this week when we have earnings of Nvidia, guys. So we'll do the analysis of the options based off of technicals. So that brings me to also another point that if you haven't checked this video out that I did yesterday on Nvidia stock analysis, get ready for earnings week right over here. Check this video out. This will give you a head start already for what we'll be talking about in this video. But if you have checked it out, this video on the technicals for the options analysis will be easy peasy. So I'll still provide a little bit of background on the technicals here real quick, very high level, but in-depth analysis is in that video that I just showed you on my channel. All right. With that, guys, please hit the like and subscribe if you find my videos valuable and helpful. And also, please remember, none of this is any financial advice and is only for education purposes. All right. Now, starting off with very high level where the technicals are, well, Nvidia is close to all-time highs here, but the structure is still bullish on Nvidia, guys, as long as we are holding at least, well, not just at least, structure is still bullish at this pivotal area of 914 and 924. If we lose this on intraday levels, some intraday short may come down to 889, but bulls have still a lot of room to play with eventually. On the swing side, not just that level, particularly the level of 921, right? Yeah, that's where this trend line is as well. So this is a very critical level for the uptrend as long as we stay above this particular trend line. But I would give it a bit of a leeway, even if, let's say, it starts to lose this level of 800 and, sorry, why am I saying 800? 922, sorry if I said 822 before, but 922 and 914. If we hold above it, we are still in the bullish territory. If we lose that, some cool off may come to 890, but remember that that cool off may just be a cool off. Bulls may still turn it around due to 20 and 50 days moving average sitting over there. So yeah, bulls have a lot of room to play with on Nvidia still. And then we have earnings, guys, on Wednesday, so get prepared. That will be a nice fun ride. So yeah, that's that. All right, so that's, well, just very high level technicals on Nvidia. Check that video out right over here if you want to know more in depth here on Nvidia. So let's go to the options here. What am I seeing here? So green are the calls, red are the puts, the black is the last day closing price. Now, right off the gate, you can see a lot of calls sitting at 950, and we have a lot of calls sitting at 1000 and also 1100. There is a 1050 calls as well, 1050 calls, but the spikes are at 1100, 1950. So things are prepping up for the calls, quite bullish scenario, at least in the options trading. We do have some puts spike at 900 and 850. I'm not quite sure of that. Well, when I say not quite sure of that, we'll talk about that in just a second. 900 puts may happen if we start to lose that level, the trend line that I showed you right on the technicals. If you start to lose that 914 or so, this range, the 922 to $914. But yeah, let's start off with the calls here. So possibilities of 950, that's where the spike is. Let's talk about that. So 950, guys, is not far from reach. It's right over here. Technically, things are in the bullish direction as long as you know, let's go to the hourly interval again. As long as we can hold above, structure on the swing is still bullish as long as we are holding above this trend line, the 200 hours moving average, the 922 to $914 range. We are still in the bullish camp here, right? So $950 calls, which would be right over here, are not looking that bad provided we continue to hold this bullish structure. Then $1,000 calls. Now that, I think, would only happen if Nvidia post earnings goes up, because that's, guys, at the all-time highs right over here. So that will has to take out these double tops. I'm not sure if Well, analysts will keep coming out with their price targets, guys. I have been saying that, and we have been getting that. So I do expect more analysts coming out on Monday and Tuesday trying to push Nvidia higher into earnings. And so $1,000 call has to take out the structural resistance though. 950 I would say possible, but 1000 is a little bit post earnings. If again, like during earnings, you just never know what's going to happen. So that's why I say technicals and technical trading before earnings is different, during earnings is different, and after earnings is completely different because charts are completely different. The structure is completely different. The sentiment is completely different. So yes, $1,000 is, I would say, it's a gamble. That's what I would say. It's a gamble through the earnings, in my opinion. All right, 950 are more in the technical control, but not 1,000 right now. So then what we have is 1100. We have some price targets 1100, 1400, and around that as well. But 1100, I would still put it in the camp of guys. Wow, 1100. Oh wow, more high up. Here we go. Wow. Just to put in the perspective here for you guys, 1100 is right up here. Yeah, I would say it all comes down to earnings. If earnings can gap it up, $1,000, 1100, it's in the same camp. But I won't say that before earnings. That 1100 before earnings, I don't think it's possible. That's quite high up. It's unlikely. Now let's talk about the puts. I'm seeing a spike at 900 and 850. Just before talking about that though, guys, technically you can see that options wise, the density and the strength is on the call side. You can see a lot of calls sitting, even a little below 950, a lot of calls sitting, right? So I'll provide my opinion as well. What is the safer type of limit to trade the options based off of where the price action is, and this will be only until earnings, right? Because through the earnings, it's a gamble, guys. Now, that's why I like to close all my positions before earnings or by the earnings, and then start new positions after earnings. Okay, so on the put side, the 890 put is, well, sorry, was it 800? No, sorry, 900 puts, right? Right over here, this area. So let me mark that here. So yeah, $900 puts are only playable as if we lose. Yeah, that may make some money if we lose the level of 914. There's a chance Nvidia can come to 890, so that gives you $10 of move on that. It's just going to be the cool off or the pullback, that's all. 850, I would not bet on that. Again, that's a gamble, just like $1,000 after earnings if that happens. But 850 is at a very low point right over here. I don't think that type of structure break is possible. We have 20 and 50 days moving average sitting over here. At least where the price is right now, and until Wednesday, and seeing that this is Nvidia, I highly doubt that 850 puts will make any money. It's a gamble through the earnings. It's just a gamble. Let's see though. So yeah, that's the the spikes options analysis, guys, where the traders mostly are betting money, and majority, what my opinion is, how many may make money and how many are gambling and may lose money. I just covered all of that. Just my opinion though, guys. Okay. Nvidia, let's take a look at, because sometimes the puts are maybe only going because they are cheaper. So they're not going cheap. $850 puts, they are not cheap, and I can't believe people are gambling for that. Right, like $850 puts. Yeah, they're not cheap, guys. They are not cheap. Let's take a look at $1,100 calls where people are gambling, because $1,100 is way far away, guys. It's not going to happen during the earnings or by the earnings, in my opinion. It's cheaper, way cheaper than the puts. Wow. Well, also it's a very far away from current price. It's pretty much what, 100 and almost 70, well, $170 away. So yeah, that's quite far right now from where the price is, but 850 is closer. Yeah, that makes sense. It's $100 closer. So let's take a look at $1,000 calls, because as I said, in my opinion, that's also a gamble right now, because technically through the earnings, if it happens, that's a gamble, but not before that. They are not going cheap, guys. $1,000 calls are expensive than the $850 puts. That's why I like trading with shares, because why am I risking so much of money? That's if I don't, again, if you are trading options just in a day or in you have to be a pro, because you gotta make sure that you are able to not go through the degradation, because if you keep holding through it and it keeps going against you, these options, you are already starting to lose your money, right? So yeah, and even if you are trading intraday, your options can depreciate quite a lot if it's just going against you. So it's not that it's just you can still sell it and recoup all this down payment you're putting before expiration. No, what if there is no interest left for that option, right? To buy, so for someone to, usually there are liquid options on Nvidia and Tesla, but still, you're still gonna lose money. It's not that you can get away by paying the down payment, but before you sell, before expiration, you're not gonna lose money. You're still gonna lose some money if things are not working out in your direction. With shares, you just get the opportunity to properly size in, size out. That's how I trade. Again, but that's the options, guys. Again, I'm not here to tell you what you have to do. I'm just providing my opinion as what options seems good to me, what options don't seem good to me. Again, money is yours. You are risking your stuff, and you are making your own decisions. I'm just making my opinion and talking my opinion here. Nothing more than that. All right, guys, that's for the Nvidia's options here. Please trade wisely and carefully. This is Nvidia's earnings week. Again, anything can happen, okay? So, and until earnings, technicals will work, but there will be a lot of sentiment play to that as well this week. So, all right, guys, remember, before earnings, through earnings, and after earnings, technicals are different. So some options that I said are more like gamble right now is for the reasons that they are way far away from technicals, and earnings can make them happen. Not technicals though, but earnings can make them happen, but you just never know what's going to happen through the earnings. Earnings can be great, but Wall Street may sell it off. Who knows, right? So that's why it's a gamble for most of the options that I'm seeing right now on Nvidia as for the data. All right, guys, that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, valuable, hit the like, subscribe, and with that, I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.